I'll send you invites after the formation now.
Stream started, guys. Hello everyone and welcome to Indian Racing League. This is a Division 2 race at Russia and this is Joit Gupta as a commentator tonight and I'll be joined by none other than Vifix Cutter. Hello Vifix Cutter,
Yo,
how's it
what's
going?
up? Yeah, it's going good. Just saw the real life cars in free practice today, so let's see what these boys can do around this track. 16 strong today, and we should hopefully see some good racing.
Yes,
Hopefully.
yes, that's for sure. What do you think about the track of Russia, the track of Sochi? What are your opinions about it?
I mean, I mean, in real life, so far it hasn't provided for much entertaining races, but you could play that down to the cars, as we've seen boring races in other tracks with the similar characteristics like Paul Ricard. But we saw an interesting race in 2021, so hopefully with these new cars and this new model, these guys should be able to pull off some tasty overtakes and should be a fun one.
Yes, yes, that's for sure. So, looking forward to the qualifying. What do the drivers need to do? Should they go on through the softs, the mediums? What's the optimal strategy that you would suggest?
I think you just need to firstly just nail a lap so that even if you crash out later or something unfortunate happens, you end up invalidating every single one of your lap times. You just have something there, just as just as a fail safe. Later on, you might not get an opportunity to do anything in the qualifying session.
Yes, that's true. And now on the track, first car out is Menon the boss in the Williams. So I see drivers holding up. I don't see them going out on the track early. That's something shocking. But let's see. Wait, Swaggy Boy just retired. Oh, okay. Sorry, viewers. I just
He had a
forgot to
quali ban.
inform. Some drivers have a quali ban. I guess it's Swaggy Boy, Thakurva, and there's another driver. I'm not sure who it was, but there are three drivers. So it's basically 13 cars lining up to try and go for the pole position. So
Yes. What we should
Everyone in the
also mention here, Gupta,
yeah.
is that this is the first race with the stricter penalty rules being applied into this one. So everyone will have to keep their noses clean. As we've already seen, one driver in Tanay Singh, in the other Ferrari, already has been punished with it, and he already has a race ban. So hopefully, this is the cleanest race that we get so far.
Yes, I mean the stewards have worked hard and made a new way of penalizing drivers for doing some dirty moves on the track, or maybe some outrageous moves we can say. So let's see how the drivers react to that. Will the racing be cleaner, or if it gets worse, then the stewards will definitely get even stricter about it. So yeah, everyone in the comments, can someone just confirm whether we both me and Vifix are audible or not? So yeah, Menon the boss coming towards the main straight, and he's gonna be starting his lap. Let's go on board with him. So towards the first corner, it's just a small right-hander. It's pretty much nothing for an F1 car. It takes it flat out. This is where the lap time comes. Turn 2 and 3, crucial corners, also known as the ping pong corners. He's good. He's
What
taking
you
the
can see
wide
here,
line.
quite a
What do you
And
think, Vifix?
before I got interrupted, I mean, he's just trying to put in a safe lap, I think.
I
There's no way
guess
that you can put in a
he did went
just
all
not
four tires out
just
of the
putting in a
track.
time right now.
Yeah, I guess it's all about putting up that banker, making sure it's a valid lap, just getting that delta on the screens.
Yeah.
And another thing that you
Mean,
can see, two drivers on medium tires.
yeah. It's vintage play and easy level bot. Easy level bot, of course, is the championship leader. So far, not riding with his Mercedes compatriot, the all-dominant Mercedes so far in this championship in
Oh
D2,
yeah.
Yash Gosalia. So he has to fly the flag solo. Oh no. What did you do, Suraj?
What happened?
What did you do?
Oh, I
And
see
he has spun
Suraj
it at turn 3.
spun around at turn 3. He was on his fast lap, it wasn't his out lap. So, first lap on the board, 132.8. Quite an impressive lap by Menon the boss.
Yes. The viewers are telling you to switch the audio mix to game audio.
Alright, 1 second, viewers, I'll change it. Audience, just let me know if it's better. So, who's on a fast lap right now?
I would say Shah is on his fast lap
Alright,
right now.
the
Into
Alpine
the
of
fastest
Shah.
lap.
A very promising driver. Has had a race win, some good results, but a lot of bad luck as well.
Yes. And I feel that for Alpine, they need the win. They need something here because no one Mercedes is out. He does have a win, but that was a long time ago right now in terms of the context of this championship. And he does set in a good banker, 31.9.
Yeah, and
That
8
is
tenths above
a
the
solid lap.
competition. Meanwhile, Buliester, why did he retire? Did he have a quali ban? Or did he crash out?
No, if he had, I think he just crashed out because if he had a quali
Oh.
ban, he wouldn't set a lap.
Well, at least he got to put in a lap, which is good to see. Meanwhile, the other Alpine just did a 34.0. That's quite shocking. That's not a good lap time by Manan. Maybe he's going for the 2 out lap strategy. What do you think, Vifix?
I mean, let's watch his sector time as he comes across now. And I feel, yes, he is. He is doing the 2 out laps because he already 3 tenths up on his previous lap and Shah just lets him go there,
Yes.
as you can see.
Taking it easy there, Manan. Not pushing too hard. Well, Manan has been a driver who's put up some great lap times in the past, but luck hasn't been there with him.
Yeah, I mean, but at some point you just can't keep talking about luck betraying you. At some point, no matter how bad your luck is, it's never going to be bad enough to the point where you can blame an entire 17 races on bad luck. So you have to show up at some point. And hopefully for Alpine's sake, this is the race that he actually does so.
Very well said, Vifix. Very well said. So I see a lot of Shah fans in the comment section. What do you think? Will Shah be able to give the fans what they want?
I mean, so far he is. So far he's not
He
disappointing.
definitely is.
So let's just hope that it stays this way all the way through for the sake of Shah fans.
Right. So Manan goes P7 with a 33.2. I think so. Easy level bot has just started his new lap. He's gone out on the mediums again. So I don't understand the
No, I
strategy
feel
by
like
him.
I think he was just in the pits until now. I think this is his first run on the mediums.
Oh, well, that's good to know. So now 10 lap times on the board, and there's a gap of 2 seconds between P1 and P10. Quite a big margin.
Yeah, I mean, of course, we're coming from Austria, which not a traditional racetrack, so there wasn't that much of a time difference there, even with the wet quali that we did have. And yeah, but when you go to a more traditional racetrack like this, you're gonna have more of a time difference. So people like easy level bot thinking they can mug a
Oh
top
my
five.
god, an
No,
easy
no,
level
he
bot
spun
spins.
it, and
No!
the jinx, the commentator jinx
Oh
strikes
my god.
again.
So sorry for easy level bot. I hope he gets a good lap time soon. Now, I see, is Manan on the fast lap or is he on his in lap? Well, he improved by 2 tenths in the middle sector again. He's carrying a lot of fuel. This is his second lap.
They might be doing a thing where he just does a lot of laps to learn the track conditions and then just goes out at the end to do one fast lap.
Yeah, we
Not
call
a recommended strat because if he does mess up, he will have to start on this very one set of
Yeah, that's true.
soft
But we
tires.
also call it the Rishabh Rao strat. Just remember that. One of the greatest drivers that we know.
Rishabh Rao TV.
Absolutely right.
His
So,
name is Rishabh Rao TV.
well, one of the drivers who is known as one of the fastest ones, Oxidized Rage, he hasn't put up a great lap time yet, just P8, and he's sitting in the pits. I thought he was going to be in the top 4 or top 5. What do you think?
I think you can never judge in qualifying, can you really? He puts in a stonking lap to put it on pole. We forget the first 10 minutes of the session existed. So you can never really say.
Very well said. Very well said. Well, I'll be just adding Caesar to the lobby. He just wants to see what's happening with his own eyes.
Hopefully he does get another 10-second penalty this season.
Well, if the viewers don't know, Vifix is the Div 1 leader right now, and he's got quite a good lead. So hopefully he doesn't want Caesar to join back early. He wants him to join back later on in the season. So yeah, he'll be happy with the 10-second penalties.
Yes.
Is Manan doing another fast lap? I
and
hope not.
I hope for his sake not. No, I think we
Okay,
set
he
it
isn't.
and yeah, he's boxing.
He's definitely not.
Thank God. It's Manan and Menon. So it's Menon 6 then Manan 7. So please change positions, guys, because we don't want to get stuck with this tongue twister. For our
Yeah.
sake, please improve. One of you.
Yes, so Menon the boss on a fast lap right now.
And Suraj puts it P4. So
Oh
he
wow!
spun,
That's a good lap by Suraj.
came back.
32.6.
Yes, that's really good. I mean, he is infamous at this track, of course, for quotes that he made last season. So hopefully he can do something here.
That's for sure. So Menon the boss, as we were riding on board with him, he's gonna end his final second sector now. Let's see, does he make any improvements? He improves by 3 tenths. This might put him onto the front 2 rows if he keeps this up.
But it's so easy to mess up in this last sector. The car does not want to turn through these corners, I'll tell you from vast experience.
That's very true. This sector can make or break the lap. Oh, and he loses it a
he has
bit.
A bit of a moment there. And does he even improve at the end? He does.
Yes,
P5,
he goes P5.
So he does end the tongue twister.
And meanwhile,
And Saurav
Assassin.
Nayak, assassin.
Yes.
What a
What?
lap on mediums.
That's a great lap. So what do you think if he starts on the mediums? Will that affect him or will that be an advantage for him? What do you think?
I mean, the strategy is a pretty simple one-stop here. So it will just come down to, I think, whether any safety cars do come out. And I think if the safety cars come out early, I feel like the medium tire guys have a big advantage because they can just run those tires for long
Yes.
distances and then just hunt everyone down on the softs later.
So Shah is
So
gonna
it is
be
a good
ending
lap.
his new run. He was 2 milliseconds slower in the first two sector, and he didn't have great final sector so far. Comes through the final corner, cross the line, and improves by a tenth. Well, he has a lot of lap time, I see.
I think if I was Shah, I'd just go back into the pits right now, focus on the. And yeah, he is backing off. He just
Yes.
focus on the last run.
So well, we
Right now,
now
so we can
see.
see
Yeah, tell me.
easy level bot is out on soft. So that strat was lasted only as good as the Spinala. He wanted to try it, but you know.
But he's taking the
He just
eSports
can't.
line.
Yes, he is. Just a bit wide into every corner. I don't think he's that comfortable with this setup, and that's not a particularly
Oh.
fast first sector. He's really struggling. I feel.
He just went completely wide. He's not able to turn the car the way he wants, I think so. By the looks of it.
As Sid Kulkarni goes third fastest, 32 dead.
So another driver just reaching near the 31s. Only two drivers have made it into the 31s, but Sid Kulkarni joins Sid Venkatesh. So we see drivers with nearly the same names
Yes.
joining each other on the same rows. It's going to be a difficult race for the commentators.
This is gonna get some unique usernames, boys. Come
Well,
on.
Assassin just improved by 2 tenths on his first sector, and he's out on the same set of mediums that he was from the beginning.
I mean, unless he improves in position, I don't think I'd recommend it, because if you're losing basically the advantage of starting.
Well, he gained
the
4
more
tenths.
laps you do. Oh, well, I'm gonna shut my mouth up then.
Yep,
Right,
he's going
Jesus.
quicker and quicker. We're trying to drag him down, but he won't come down.
Yes, he will. Yes,
I guess
he
this
will
is the
not.
this is the commentator's blessing, I guess.
Yes, it is, and I feel like a lot of guys are now just mentally preparing themselves for their final run, especially the top three. I would say.
Whoa,
And
he goes
does the
P4.
32 dead.
Wow, that's a good lap.
That is a brilliant. That's pace right there. And if he has that sort of pace in the race, I don't mean to, because anything can happen in D2, as we've seen before.
Well, I want your
And,
prediction for the race, the podium prediction. What do you think? Because now we know a bit about the pace of these drivers, how they are feeling, how they're not. What do you think is going to be the podium at the end of the race?
I think SSN has a shot to win right now. If the way he is qualified and how comfortable he's looked on that tire, it definitely looks like he is the front runner right now. Although you can never count out Shah and Redstone, he just needs to finish a race at this point. We've seen him multiple times be here in qualifying and then just win it in the race.
That's true.
He needs some consistency.
Well, Manan, is he
So-
on a new lap or is he ending up a lap?
He is.
Well, he's
He is
just.
starting a new lap.
I guess he's choosing the Racing Gupta strategy of 2 out laps. I don't know why, but he's enjoying it for sure.
Yeah. 1 second before this whole thing starts up again, I'd just like to take a break. Sumer, you can go to jail in the chat, but PSI can send him to jail. And speaking of the Alpines, as we were talking, and speaking of PSI legends, I'd highly suggest to check out his independent filmmaking work that he just released on his YouTube channel. Thank me for the shout out later.
Well, that's for sure. We have got some really talented drivers. Meanwhile, Manal improves by 2 tenths in the first sector. He's really pushing on this lap. He wants this lap to be really good.
He kind of needs it, because otherwise he's starting on those 3 lap old soft. So that's what I was saying. Why would you put this undue pressure on yourself?
Yes, and he wants all the constructors' points that he can get this weekend. Mercedes are crippled with just one car right now. The other car is there, but the points won't be counted towards the constructors. So Alpine needs this weekend. Well, he's still 2 tenths up. If he keeps this up, he might go P8. But let's see what he can actually do.
One thing we need to say before everyone starts their hot laps is this has been the cleanest quali session so far in Div 2.
Yes, I'm really impressed by the
there have hardly been
driving
any
shown by the
incidents.
drivers. Well,
as Manan
Manan
goes
goes
7th,
P7. A great lap by Manan.
and it's
Oh my god, wait. Oh,
and
okay. Assassin did retire in the pits. Sorry, chat, for getting you excited. So
an
now let's
easy
go onward
level
with
bot.
what happened to him. Oh, he went into the pits.
He's P11. He's
Yeah,
P11. So
that's.
he might have been safe there because you do not want to start 10th. That
Yes.
is the poison chalice,
No.
so you would say. As
Yeah.
Redstone Dope
He's
is
in the second
almost
sector,
at the
but he
second
doesn't
sector
look
timing
like
right
he's
now.
pushing. I highly doubt it. He definitely isn't pushing because he has invalidated his lap. So Men in the Boss improved
Oh
by three
no,
tenths
that
in the
this
second
is.
sector.
So
What is his
if
lap time?
Redstone has invalidated,
P6. Oh,
oh, he puts a
P2.
31.8.
That's a
That
good
is
lap.
a beauty. That's a beauty of a lap.
So Sid
But
Kulkarni
as I was
could
saying,
not
it's
start his
between
lap.
Sid Kulkarni and Shah now.
Oh wait, Sid Kulkarni
And
did
he's
start his
sorry,
lap.
this is
Wait, yeah, he did.
he has made it. He has made it. He has made it.
He just
about.
made it.
It's between him and Shah. This is a
Yes,
shootout now.
that's what.
Judging on the
That's
pace
true. That's
levels,
true.
this
So
is a
let's
shootout
let's
between
go
these
onward
two.
with Shah now. He's gonna end up his first sector soon. He's up just by a bit. He's pretty much matching his best time.
I'm on board with Sid Kulkarni at the same time, just to
Yes,
add to the
keep us updated,
suspense.
Vifx.
He does a 33.4. He's down. He's down on his own time, and he has a moment. I think that's it. It's going to be very hard for him to make up the time now.
Let's have a look
and
at
he's
Sid
getting held up by
Venkatesh.
the AI car of Menon.
Oh no,
I
that's
don't know
really
whether that was
sad.
Menon's AI or was that. Oh no, that's just
Shah
as
not
soon as we said,
improving,
proceed.
78 milliseconds down on his best time. Redstone
But he
Dub could
doesn't need
not.
to improve anymore.
Yeah, I know, but there might be a Sid Venkatesh that might be doing a fast lap. You never know. So
Oh,
Shah coming up
this is
towards
fun.
the
This is
final two
proper
corners.
entertainment.
He had a way cleaner final sector this time around. Can he get it? Oh yes, Shah
And
gets a
he- oh,
31.6.
that's last sector. And what can Sid V do? It's Sid V or nobody that's gonna stop Shah.
Sid Venkatesh
And
is
he's
29
down.
milliseconds
He is
down. Well, he needs the best final sector that he has ever done to get that pole position from Shah.
And it's quite good. It is good sector, but sometimes you visually looks good, but the time just doesn't show up. So let's see what he can do.
So Team Scal stays 15.
I don't think so. I don't
And
think so.
Sid
And he's
Venkatesh
only
stays
7th.
7th. So quite a clean
And Shah
qualifying
takes
session.
pole here.
That
Yes. I will hand it to the D2 guys. They've definitely wisened up here and kept it clean.
yes,
Because
that's
what was happening before was definitely not.
yes. We hope that
That
we get a
wasn't,
clean race
what
as
you
well,
would say.
and everyone enjoys it too.
The only incident I saw was Sid Kulkarni getting held up by Menon, but at that point Sid's lap was gone anyway, so I don't think that would have made any
Well,
logistical
Tariq,
difference.
there's no bias. It's just whenever you see a driver put a good lap, you will shout yes.
Yes.
So Shah will be starting on pole with a 131.6. Men in the boss alongside him on the front row. Redstone Derp, another driver who keeps on putting up good lap times. P3. Sid Kulkarni in the Red Bull. P4. And Assassin, the driver to look for. Starting on mediums on P5. Well, that's a good top 5. I have to say that. Then we have Ace, Sid Venkatesh, Vintage Player, Manan, 7, Buliester, Easy Level Bot, Abhi, Oxidized Rage, and wait, my game is not letting me go down. My bad.
It's Steve Scal and then Swaggy Boy and Thakur were the last two who didn't set a time because they have qualibans.
That's for sure. So, well, another thing to
And
remember, this is
Caesar with the correct
yes,
comment there. I'm
I
pretty
just
sure
saw
we're
the
looking
comment.
at the same thing. You can get slipstream to Oblivion at the start, and if I was Shah here, I would protect the guys who are closer to my championship. Menon, I'd let him go, to be honest, if I was Shah, because if he has the confidence that you can get him back, you
Right.
can't allow people who are close to you in the championship to get away up front. If Sid leads, then that's a big blow to Shah in his title fight.
That's true. So this is going to be an interesting start. Russia generally has a great start. Remember 2019, Sebastian Vettel starting P3 and was P1 by the second corner. So we might have that with Redstone Derb starting in P3. There's a Ferrari in P3, and we know the biggest Ferrari fan right here is Vifx. So he's definitely rooting for Redstone Derb.
I'm an unbiased commentator, I will say here
Well,
right now.
I'll say
But
I'm
if the
biased
boys
towards
in
the
red
Haas
do win,
cars. I love the Haas cars, and it's Russia. So
and
formation lap
let's
starts.
hope that the lobby
Let's look at
doesn't
the
glitch.
let's look at the tires that everyone's starting on. Because it is really important. So right now, drivers on medium tires. Assassin, as we knew that he qualified on mediums. Easy level bot P12 on mediums. Oxidize H, Teves, and Swagboy are the only drivers on mediums. So majority of the grid on the soft tires.
Yes, I would say that most of the grid, this is probably one of the worst tracks to be outside the top 10 because the tire life is just so much tire life in on this track that it doesn't really give you any much of an advantage, I'd say, compared to the other tracks like Austria or Hungary, which was a big one in terms of tire
Yeah.
life difference.
So driver we are on board with on the formation lap right now, Thakurwa. He's not had the best of the season so far. I hope he is rooting to get some points. What do you think a driver goes through when he's not having the best of the season? What's the mentality
I
behind a
think,
driver?
I think, I think, I think if I was in his position, I just focus on finishing the races because number one, he's got quite a lot of warnings now, so he needs to make it to the end of the season. He needs to prove to the stewards that he is not, and we already have a
Oh my
disqualification
god. So
in
Sid
the
Venkatesh and
formation lap.
Vintage Player did have contact. Well, they did have a lot of incidents in the last race as well. So yeah, not a good start for the both of them. Cold tires.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Thakurwa,
But
we know he's a
as I
driver
was
with
saying,
great
coming back
pace.
to Thakurwa, I feel like the guys in Division 2, they just need consistency because if you look at the guys like Easy Level Bot, Yash Gosalia, Shah, they're not that particularly quick compared to a level over Redstone Derb. They just don't put it in the wall every two races, every race. And that's why they're up front and these guys are not in the championship right now.
Meanwhile, I
And
just
this is coming to the
saw the
point now
track
where you
map.
slowly have to start thinking about the championship.
Abhi is making a
And
big gap. Well, now he made sure that the gap is not big enough. So that's good. Drivers are staying with each other. These two cars are
I think
disqualified in
Abhi's
the
gonna get
formation lap.
I think Abhi's gonna get a really good launch on easy level bot because if you look at near him, everyone next to him is on medium tires. So he should be getting a good launch.
Yes. So do you think Easy Level Pot will play the team game here? But won't give him constructors points. So this is gonna be a very confusing time for him right
Are they
now.
even in the same party chat? Before we ask any of this, we need to ask the ancient questions. Are they even on the same party chat?
Well, that's the answer that we don't know. But hopefully, if one of them is in the podium, we will definitely get to know that answer. So as the cars are lining up on the grid now, what do you think is
Before
going
I
on in
say
their
this,
minds?
I think just don't crash. And in terms of Sid, please focus on the race. I know you want to be involved in the chat, but please focus on the race.
All right, the lights are going on. It's wait, the cars are moving. It's lights out
And
and
it's
go,
lights out
go,
and away we
go.
go.
Shah gets an
Oh man,
amazing
had a really
start.
bad start. He had a shocker. He had a stronger. He had a shocker of a
Redstone
start
Dub
than
fighting.
these
Oh
men.
my god,
And
the
it's
two Red
out.
Bulls
Both
collide
the
with
Red
each
Bulls
other.
are out.
Oh
Oh
no.
no, no.
It's just one Red
So
Bull that's out.
from
It's
what I
Sid
can see,
Kulkarni.
Vintage Play is carrying on, and Sid Kulkarni, he will be so
And
frustrated.
the safety car is already out. But Shah, what a start from
And
Shah. He just flew away. I don't understand how he
let's
got
check
that good of a start.
cars. Yeah, I mean that is just
Well,
rocket
I'm going
Shah there.
on board with cars one by
Starter of the
one.
year.
The top three don't look like they have any damage. Even the top four. So yeah, the cars ahead don't have any damage right now till the Haas I've checked. Manan looks quite clean. Does Ease have any damage? I
And
can't check right. Ease has no front wing. So the Alfa
oh,
Romeo
he
was
will have
also
to pit.
involved in the
He will
crash.
have to pit. He will have to pit. He will have to pit.
Yes, that's for
There's no,
sure.
you cannot do. The thing
Well,
is now, as I pointed it out to earlier to you in qualifying Gupta, SSN
yes.
not only did he not even lose a wing or anything, he actually gained a place on the
Yeah.
mediums. So he is definitely now looking very handsome indeed for this. And I feel like Menon the boss, he's been saved because he had an absolute shocker to start off
Well,
the to
let's check
start.
the positions
He has
gained
been
by the
saved by
drivers
that safety car.
so far. So the biggest gainers have been Swagboy and Oxidized Rage. 6 positions gained already. Wow, that's a dream
Sometimes
start.
you just need to be on the correct line. You just need to
Yep.
be on the correct line, don't you? I'm pretty sure Swagboy was on the complete outside and he's missed the parts where any debris or damage was.
Well, now everyone's going towards the safety car, and I'm pretty sure there will be some cars that will be going into the pits. So we have Ace into the pits, as we were talking about him, and Vintage Player. Why has Abhi joined them into the pits? Does he have wing damage?
And Gupta, in the safety car period, let us welcome the two guest commentators in this entire commentary team. We are running 4 strong here because there is just so much excitement that goes on in IRL races. It's impossible for 2 people to keep up with.
Yes.
Hey guys.
Hello guys.
Interesting
Andy
fact.
here.
I think Ace is disconnected, at least on my screen. He was.
Yes, he
Let's
does look
watch,
ghosted.
and he is disconnected.
So can
I
one of you
think
just send him
he
an
was having
invite?
lobby issues before.
Yeah, I'll just
Let-
send it to him.
Alright, so now Abhi did not have wing damage, but he went into the pits for a fresh set of softs. What was he thinking about when he did that?
I think he's just doing a reset because I think he knows that on hard tires he will be very slow.
Well, Vifix,
By
you
the
did
end, then he's gonna get
said
dominated.
there are 2 new commentators coming in, but we forgot to introduce them to the audience. Well, we have Azun and Nishan, our Div 1 drivers, one of the best drivers on the grid, had an amazing battle for the lead last season in Div 2. So they know what Div 2 is like and they know how to drive around. So they can give us some expert opinions about the race.
Well, D2 and it used to be a lot cleaner before. I think the number of incidents has gone up now as the track is a lot more bunched up in terms of raw pace. So, in terms of strategy and all, there's no strategy involved. You just have to keep your nose clean and opening laps, and you should score points. That's what I think.
So what do you think about the qualifying session that has happened so far? Who do you think will come on top at the end of the race? The podium sitters. What do you guys think?
I think SSN is looking good on the mediums.
That's very true. What about you, Nishan?
SSN and Shah, Resto and Manan can be fighting for P3, but I think P1 will be between SSN and Shah if they keep it.
So meanwhile, the safety car stays out for another lap. So is it helping the medium runners more or the soft runners?
I would say it's the soft. I should say the medium runners.
So you mean
I
it
would
is
say
even a
it's the
better
medium
start for
runners.
SSN at this point, with the safety car staying out longer?
Yes, because he will never have to deal with the wear phase now on those soft tires, because he will do 3 laps more on these mediums. So he will never have to deal with the last phase of wear on the soft tires, which means he can just go full blast after he puts on that new rubber.
Well, that's a driver to look out for during the race. And Bulliester has a 5-second time penalty already. That's
I'm
interesting.
pretty sure that will be taken away because he did. I do remember that was because he ended up plowing into the back of someone.
Oh. Well, I hope it gets
Oh
removed.
yes. Cool detail PSI Aston Martin safety car for the first time in this game.
Yes.
Thanks for the.
It's the
shout.
IRL debut of the Aston Martin safety car. Hope we
Let's
don't
just
get to
hope
see
for
a lot more of
clean
it.
Restart.
Yes, yes. Well, restarts have been quite controversial in IRL, especially Division 1. But that's another day and another thing to talk about.
I really hope the drivers listen to Sir Lewis Hamilton when he says it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Well, some great advice from Azun. That's usually something that we get.
Great.
I have a feeling that
Surely
Redstone
this
Derp
lap.
is gonna get his first win tonight.
I mean, might as well ask the chat since safety car's gonna restart. Who do you think will be the top 3 boys?
Well, safety car is in this lap.
Everyone in the chat, give us your top 3 predictions right now.
Yes, chat.
Speaking
Make sure to like the stream as well if you're enjoying the time. Alright, so Shah backing up the pack, making sure that he has a decent enough gap to the safety car. Well, Stewart
Let's
said
just
Sid
watch.
Kulkarni will
When
win. And Shadow Sword said
Oh,
Bhayanak, that means Assassin will win. So a lot of fans for Assassin. People are rooting for him, I guess. So Shah now
and
starts
lucky
pushing.
for Ace, lucky for Ace. He just managed to rejoin as soon as safety car's coming in.
Well, Shah had a moment, but Assassin had a bigger moment. And he lost a lot of time there. Nearly a second to Men in the Boss. And behind we
I
have
think everyone's tires are off temperature right now.
Suraj and
Judging by
Sid
how many
Kulkar,
moments I've
Sid
seen.
Venkatesh going for the move. Are they gonna try something?
And the Bullister is
Bullister.
gonna try. Oh, that's a good one. Suraj tried to go for an overtake, and in doing that, he's lost a position. The classic league, the classic racing, the roll of the dice was pulled, and I think
Oh, and he
SSN
goes
is
too
really
wide.
struggling right now on those mediums.
Meanwhile, even easy level bot went too wide.
Oh, Bullister, what a move on Sid. He just does him on the inside.
Well, Bulliester had the
He's
best safety
burning a
car
lot
out of everyone.
VRS.
Well,
He's
that's
burning a
something
lot
that
of
we
VRS right now. He
don't
wants
tell
to
the
move.
stream right now. There are a number of race engineers sitting in the stream, helping drivers out.
We know who the race engineers are.
I've just been on board with easy level bot, and I
Well,
don't
Sid
think he's
Kulkarni, Sid
particularly
Venkatesh is trying
comfortable.
to get back on Bulliester. Can he make the move stick? Oh, he gets
And
him.
he can. He does.
Good move by Sid Venkatesh. Some good racing going on between the two of them.
British previous spun around, he had contact with Ravi.
Well,
I
Swig
think
Boy
that
is
was-
also going side by side with easy level bot right now. I hope the intervals update soon, chat, so that we can show you the closest battles on the track. So the intervals are
I
coming
think the
in.
top three right now are pulling away from each
Yes, because it was a
From
bad
the
start from
Danforth
Assassin.
game.
Well, there's a three-way battle going on between Swag Boy, Easy Level Bot, Manan, and Team Scal. They're quite close to each other. Oh, and Team Scal tries to go get Manan.
And Manan is trying to do this for his teammate. Remember, if he can somehow pass easy level bot now, it's just going to make his life difficult when easy level bot comes out on softs because he'll have an extra car to overtake.
Yes,
So
and
this
Easy
is-
Level
he's
Bot
doing
on
it for
medium,
his
so if he gets past him, that will be better for Manan's race as well. Right now, the closest battle
Oh,
going
he's
on.
going for And I must say, the guys with the quali bands, they've really done well so far, haven't they, in terms of positioning?
Yes, Takura is in P12 right now, starting P17. Decent start for him. Slowly and steadily, he's getting some positions. So it would be interesting to see how he ends up tonight.
Swaggy Boy he started P16 and he's P7, so that is even better.
Abhi just went into the back of Tees.
Well, we have Easy Level Bot and Manan going side by side. Can Manan stick the move? He does not. He decides to stay back. Meanwhile, at the lead, we have Shah and Redstone Derp.
Yes, I think Redstone's got more pace than Shah, at least right now, because if you can hang this close to someone, you probably have more pace than them. I hope for his sake he just keeps it patient and waits for the time to make a move, correct time, rather than rushing into it and sabotaging his race, more importantly. And
Well, the top three are really close. This is going to be really interesting. They're within a second right now, the top three.
And Manan, he is doing it for the team, finally.
Well, Manan sticks
That
the
is a good move
on Easy
done.
Level Bot. So now Manan needs to push and get away from him and catch up to Swag Boy.
I think this is a pretty good position Sidvi finds himself in. As his tires start to fade, he can just take the DRS off of SSN, whose tires won't fade, and thus he can keep himself within undercut distance of the leading pack.
Very, very true. So he is following Assassin right now, and he should be overtaking him soon because he's on fresh softs and Assassin on mediums. Well, Well, the DRS train of Russia
As
has
we
just
see
started.
here, as Oxidize pulls out a move on 7. What? That's a good one. Clean
Well,
racing.
I told you the Haases are gonna do quite well in the race. There's only one Haas in the race, and he's already showing some good moves. That too on the mediums.
By the way, this is a DRS train forming from P10 onwards right now.
Already, I can say in terms of and Ballista runs into the back of Sid V. Hopefully, doesn't have damage.
Let me have a look.
He was
Well,
too quick in the last sector for
he
his
does
own
have
good
both his
there.
end
He
plates.
was absolutely cutting them.
Sid
Let's hope he
V
doesn't have any
trying
phantom
to get a
damage.
move. Well, behind we have Suraj and Oxidized Rage going side by side into turn 2. They touch and they touch, but Suraj goes wide and he has to stay back.
And Swaggy Boy, can he pull it on Suraj now? Because we've
He
seen
is
Suraj
very
go for that
close.
same move a couple of laps earlier and he did lose that position. Now he's wide,
Oh.
wide. And I think Swaggy Boy's got him. He does have the cars with on him and he gets him.
Yes.
Pretty fair.
So a lot of positions
Kudos
being
to
changed.
both drivers.
Meanwhile, at the lead, Redstone Derp is at touching distance of Shah. The top three are so
Shah
close.
had a moment there. That rear end was quickly through that turn. I feel like Shah's struggling right now.
I have the feeling that Redstone Derp has got the pace on all of them. He looks quite quick.
I think Shah has to defend here. Smart move there from Redstone. Perhaps earlier he might have gone for the dive bomb, but he's clearly thinking about it.
And you know,
This
if
is the problem though, this corner.
if the
You lose
top
so
two
much
have a
because of
moment,
dirty air.
that's true. The dirty air is immense. But if the top two have some incident with each other,
Oh, and Thakur was spun.
oh no! I just said he should have a good race. Hopefully, well, he has no damage, so he can continue. That's good for him at least. Hopefully, he can pull something off from his current position. Redstone Derp
Right
getting
now,
closer
I think
to
we're
Shah.
entering that phase. I think Redstone needs to make this move now because we're entering that phase where the medium tire is faster. Because you can see SSN has caught up half a second.
Yes, and
There's
Buniesta has
3.5
made a
seconds
move
down,
on
actually,
Sid
two laps ago.
Venkatesh. They are going side by side right now. Sid Venkatesh goes ahead now. Well, some good racing between the two of them. They have overtaken each other a couple of times already. This is a battle to watch.
The top three fighting and Gordon SSN back into the lead as well. Now you can see he's catching up.
This is hurting the leaders. This is hurting the leaders really bad.
I think right now mentally in his head SSN will be quite happy with this.
Well, if I was at his place, I would have just stayed back and looked at the leaders fighting each other out.
I mean, look, even visually you can see, we don't even have to put the timing delta up anymore. You can visually see how much he's gaining per corner.
Shah is somehow able to keep Redstone Derp behind.
Shah is really struggling. He is really struggling.
But I don't think so that's gonna be for long. Redstone might make a move any moment.
Every time I've seen the rear end on Shah's car, it's never in a straight line for the last 3 or 4
Well,
laps.
Buniesta is the one who's struggling the most right now, and he is pitting. Does he have damage?
And you need to be careful of those speed
Oh
limits. And
no!
no!
He got a 5-second penalty at the pit entry. This is a very tricky pit
And here we
lane.
go, Redstone Dub. He's going for it. Does he do it?
Of dreams, is it?
They are going nearly side by side, but Shah has the upper hand. Does he? No! Oh no! Oh, Redstone Dub spun. Oh my god. The driver I was rooting for.
Oh no! Don't reverse back on track. Hopefully he doesn't.
No,
cause
he
a
did it
collision
cleanly.
and, oh,
He
that
definitely
was-
did it cleanly.
That was definitely on the edge of, I don't know what to say about that, but you can see how slow Shah is right now.
Yes,
Menon
Melon the
almost
boss is
through on
side
him.
by side. Wow, this is really exciting right now.
And look at this. Look at SSN. He must be absolutely loving it right now.
Well, he's under
These
DRS
guys
now.
are Just
Oh no, Melon the boss loses it. This is
At
the moment that
point,
Ishan
these
had
people
last
are just
season.
letting SSN.
Oh
These
my
people are
god.
just paving the red. They're pulling out the red carpet for SSN at this rate.
Well, he has to pit. Does he go on the mediums or the hards now? Because it's lap 9, 18 laps.
I would I would go on the medium still. The hards, they're just too slow. You're
Hopefully,
gonna have to gamble
Menon
now.
listens to our expert right here, Vifex, and goes on to the mediums.
I think he is fitting.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
he has
is
wing
fitting.
damage.
He has been damaged, Nishan. And meanwhile, the battle of Sid Venkatesh and Oxidized Rage, the Haas and the Aston Martin.
I must say, Oxidized Race is absolutely flying right now, and so is Swaggy Boy.
Yeah,
The only advantage with the quali ban for Swaggy is that you can just set up your car for the race. You don't need to make
Sid Venkatesh
sacrifices
is
for
trying for the
qualifying.
move. He's on the inside. Can he make it
Oh,
stick? No, he
he's
goes in
outshot
too
himself. He's
deep.
outshot himself. And I told you, Gupta, that SSN might work it on the second stint. At this rate, he might not even need the second stint.
Another
He
driver
could just do
looking
it
good
here.
is T Scal.
Meanwhile, Swagboy and Sid Venkatesh going side by side into turn 4. Oh, they have
Oh, he's hit
contact
the
and
bump! He's hit the
Swagboy
bump!
spins.
No!
He's lost his wing.
We have got a lot
Oh
of
no,
incidents
I
in the
feel
last 2
so
laps.
sorry for Swag Boy there. I feel so sorry for him because it's that curve that just sometimes hits you, sometimes it doesn't.
I think so the tire wear is getting to the
That's
drivers. They are making a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, the mediums are going to
Yes,
be much
I would
faster
say.
than softs at this point.
An easy level bot. He hung in there. He was really slow at the start, but he's hung in there, and now he is in prime position. He was 11th, let us remind you, and now he's basically in fighting for a podium because everyone's taken themselves out around him. He just kept it clean, and this is why this man is leading the championship right now. He does not panic in the face of.
Meanwhile, entry to the leaders. Sort of nag
Yes,
on
the
the
leaders are ever so close now. Just 3 tenths between the two of them. Assassin
What's happened
might
to Manan?
attack.
What's happened to Manan? Manan's driving slowly.
Manon's fine.
And yellow flags on that corner.
Oh, we have a
Shah is making the
McLaren.
move.
And Shah cannot even fight it. He does not have the tires left.
Shah does not fight it.
Stand back.
He lets him by. Now, is this the stage where Assassin should push as hard as he can?
I think this is the point where he breaks. He's 5 seconds ahead of the next medium tire runner, which is Oxidized Age. And one thing I'll say, as I said, this man is absolutely driving perfect because he has so much ERS left. If you look at his ERS level, he is 90%.
Viewers, but
Well, we were impressed by his pace on the mediums because he qualified P5 on the mediums. So we were expecting some good pace by him, but this is really impressive. Assassin on another level right now.
if you were Shah, would you box for mediums on this lap?
I think you have to because in another 2 laps, judging by the way it's going, you're going to get caught by Oxidized Rage. I think Shah right now, safe to say, is 2 seconds slower than every medium tire runner.
Well, the closest battle right now is between Oxidized Rage and Sid Venkatesh. Oh, Sid Venkatesh goes on the outside. Can he make it stick? He does make it stick.
This is very clean racing. I'll hand it to the D2 boys
Sid
for
is
this.
going well on the soft.
I guess Sid is
Sid?
the fastest driver on the softs right now because Shah has fell off. Really, oh, Oxidized really had a big moment there. He caught it.
Shah had to pit.
Well,
Had to.
Shah
Let's see where he
pits.
comes out. Judging from the gaps on track, there's a big gap between Thakurva and Menon. So if he can land in that gap and then just do some quick times, he should theoretically pull the undercut off. But then it's about how many laps does it take SSM to get up to speed
So our
on
pole
the
sitter
soft
goes
tires.
onto the medium tires. Let's see where he comes out of the pit. This is one of the longest pits of the entire season.
Menon just rounding off the final quarter right now. I think Shah will be ahead of him.
Let's see.
And
Menon
he
the boss
has
puts up the
lap.
fastest lap. Well, he's using his medium tires.
And Shah has come out ahead of Menon. Pretty comfortably, to be honest.
Shah is in quite a lot of clean air right now. There's 8.5 seconds between him and Thakurva. I think so he's at the best position to push as hard as he can right now.
Why is Bullies just one of the hard tires? That's interesting.
I think he's just.
Well, Bulliester
he's
pitted
just,
on lap 7.
I
So
think
he-
he might be hoping for a safety car to save a fresh set of softs right at the end.
So Oxidized Age is trying another move on Sid Venkatesh. These two have been battling all race long. Can he make it stick? He goes on the inside. They do touch a bit, but oh, they contact again.
And all of this is Saurabh Naik. He's just
He's just flying.
coasting. I don't want to say he's coasting, but he is coasting.
This battle is at easy level bot as well, though.
Yeah, easy and caught up as well.
Well, easy level bot has caught up to them. Well, Buliester and Manan are also having a battle right now. So Abhi pits now. The first Mercedes pits.
Oxidize going for the move.
Let me check.
Oh, and they touch the Lamweeds.
They've been doing that the whole race. So it is quite a fun, neat battle.
Menon the boss with
Oxidize is a
another
bit
fastest
loose
lap.
on the- He's a bit loose, and he's running out. He's run out of.
Oh no! Sid runs into the
he
back of
Sid,
Oxidize.
No.
That's a bit too
I'll have
fast,
to.
I would say.
I'll have to check. You'll have to check Oxidize's braking inputs there.
Well, Sid
I
might
don't know
have
whether-
some some front wing damage because he's
It
a
doesn't-
bit too slow. Well, we don't see it on the screen, but there might be some damage that we don't know
Yeah,
of.
it's you can definitely see it. Like you can definitely make out that he has damage.
So on the back end of the
Meanwhile,
grid,
Thakurwa, he's spun and he does not care. He's still 7th.
Easy
Yes.
level's gonna.
Thakurwa has had a decent race so far. Let's hope that he can keep this up.
And easy level bot makes the easy overtake on.
I think so. Sid should come in this lap. There's no point staying out longer. Well, the closest battle right now is between Abhi and Redstone Derp. Both of them have pitted.
Kid is pitting this lap.
Yes, they have. They have pitted. And in terms of then both of them. But
Ooh, the
Redstone
Ferrari tries
has
to
a
make a
3-second
move.
time penalty, so he needs to make this move work, and he does.
And he
get it done.
does. Good move by Redstone.
In the Shah versus SSN, Shah has gained 3 seconds on him since that pit stop, and he is.
Well, he puts
has
up the
to put
fastest
purple
lap.
sectors in now.
I think so. Assassin has got the signal now that Shah is pushing as hard as he can.
Okay, Sid
I
did
think-
have damage and he had his front wing replaced.
Well,
And
yeah,
Thakurwa
it
gets a
was
3
quite
second time
obvious.
penalty.
Shah is currently 24 seconds. 22
Meanwhile,
seconds
a couple of drivers that have been under the radar, Ace and Teeves Cal, P4 and P5. Ace had a horrific start and still he's P4.
He's had a horrific start, disconnected, but just for his luck, he managed to come back as soon as that safety car was coming in. And now he is just driving a quiet but reserved performance, but it's what he needs. These are solid points.
Definitely. So, Assassin and Shah, these are the drivers that we're looking forward to because they look like they are there for the contention of the win. But another driver that I would say might have a chance is Menon the Boss because he is not that far behind Shah. And he has pitted as well.
He is on the more worn rubber right now, so and I feel like his lap times are stagnating a bit. But one thing we have yet to mention is that Saurabh Naik, he's just taking the piss. He's just taking the piss out of it right now, to be honest, because this man has 90% ERS. So the fact that everyone is having to use ERS to keep up with him just goes to show how much quicker he is right now.
Just like this, a reminder you're not supposed to really.
Well, sorry for the bad language viewers, but his pace has definitely bewildered us. Meanwhile, Manan is still stuck at P13. He's right behind Sid Venkatesh, so that's not bad. But yeah, is he pitting? Yeah, Manan is pitting. He has front wing damage. We missed it. Oh, he's not having the best of races right now.
I think he might just retire over here.
I hope he does not, because we
I
fight
don't
till
think
the
he
end.
should, because he should help his teammate. He should help his teammate at least. Yeah, I think Sauce will go until the end.
Easy level bot is
never
catching
know
up
what
to
could happen.
Oxidized Rage, by the way. He was quite far behind him and now he's nearing to his DRS.
Yeah, he's caught up by 8 in the past 2 laps.
Well, that's where experience
Shah would
and
like
pace
to dispose
shows.
of Thakurwa over here.
And now Shah's gonna get frustrated. He's hit traffic. How quickly can he dispose of it?
Well, he's
I
trying
don't
his
think
best.
Thakurwa should fight him because they're on differing strats and it wouldn't make any sense.
But Thakurwa
But
defends,
let's see.
sticks to the inside line. Shah goes on the outside, but he makes the move before the breaking point. Beautiful move.
Up next, Steve Scal. for Shah.
Well, he's also had a quiet race, but a good one.
Yeah, East Can. Oh, Easy Level Bot has
Easy level bot has pitted. Where does he come
Finally,
out?
so the first of the medium runners to blink. Let's see where he comes out. This is gonna tell us a lot.
I think he will come out behind Melon the Boss.
Manan the boss crosses him. Will Suraj? No, Suraj is quite far behind.
Shah has overtaken Thieves Can.
Well, Shah is
And now he
making
has
moves
some
after
more
moves.
Yellow flag sector 3, Swag Boy spun
We have
early.
a VSC.
VSC,
Yeah, that was
oh,
Swag
that's
Boy has
bad.
not been.
That's such bad luck for easy level bot because he's not gonna. Because if it had come in 10 seconds later, he would have kept a lot more positions than he actually did.
And this is really
Luckily
good
for
for
him.
the top two. I mean, the top three, they have not pitted
Yes.
yet.
Luckily for easy level bot, he came out ahead of Suraj and not behind him because he does have a gap to push now.
So, Assassin is getting closer to the pits, and the VSC goes in. Does he pit this lap? I think he will pit.
He stays out.
He stays out. Well, that's the
I don't
confidence
know
in his
what you
pace.
mean by that. Interesting fact, Caesar. Thieves is the only Aston Martin driver to finish a race this season.
Oxidize is pitting
He-
as well.
I mean, I think he means finish every race this season.
Oh,
Well, Oxidize does pit. This will help us know
okay.
the difference between Shah and Assassin whenever Assassin pits. Because Oxidize was 8 seconds behind Assassin. How far behind will he from Shah?
Shah makes the move on Oxidize.
No, he didn't make a move. He
Oxidize in the pits.
Oh, Oxidize.
Oxidized in the pits as
And
well.
that stone stone!
Oh,
no, no. Ah, he just needed to keep it clean.
He had a crash in the third sector.
And a safety car and SSN.
Assassin, this
must be
has-
the luckiest man alive right
This
now.
is perfect for him.
Because
If you are Shah, do you pit for a new lap of softs?
Yes.
I would, because there's no position. And Thieves Cal in all of this.
Yes, Thieves, Ace, and Assassin,
I think
the gainers
I
from the
think
safety
easy
car.
level bot. I think easy level bot will be absolutely furious right now.
As to
If only they'd
engage.
fit. If only they'd fit. A lap or two later, they would have kept their position. And now suddenly,
By the way, on soft tires.
by the way, another point to make about the clean league racing, Ace and Thieves, they have not put a foot wrong in terms of letting people buy that they shouldn't have fought, and now it's helped them. It's helped them now because one could say that luck is playing out in terms of keeping having the safety car come out now, but they kept it so clean that they could always just roam around this part, and now the safety car has played in their favor.
I think
Because
Thieves
they
has been
kept it
really
clean.
solid this season, to be honest.
Yeah, I have to say this. Thieves has been a big inspiration for most drivers. Last season, he struggled to score any points, ended up just scoring 3 points. And this season, he has scored points every single
And
race
then as
apart
soon as
from
I
one.
said Ace gets a 5 seconds of speeding
Oh,
in the pit
no.
lane.
Does Shah pit? Shah is pitting as well. Well, he did what we wanted him to do.
I-
It is pitting. Menon stays out.
On one hand, it's lucky for SSN that he got a free pit stop, but on the only unlucky thing now is that everyone's gonna be on the same start. So it's a 9-lap sprint
And
to
the
the
same
finish.
ERS as well, so
See,
all that ERS gap is gone.
good point there.
SSN still ahead of Menon the Boss. So he had a really healthy gap.
Interesting, Abhi stays out. Neither of the Mercs have pit.
I mean, easy level bot doesn't have to pit.
Yeah, but Abhi hasn't pit and he's on medium.
Looking at track map, I don't think anyone could mug a free pit stop anymore. Thakurva could have. I don't know why he didn't pit.
He pit
It's
for
21
mediums.
seconds ahead.
He pit for mediums.
Oh, that's. Does he not have a pair of fresh soft serve?
No, but
He did. I don't know why.
didn't he serve a polyban?
Yeah, very confusing. Hopefully, it's not that game glitch where it glitches you onto.
I hope not.
Okay, now Menon the boss here. He's the square peg in the round hole because he's the only guy on mediums in this entire top 7. How fast can Ace clear Menon and then challenge SSN? This is gonna be the key story.
Let Shah get held up in the pitch because he's come up behind Oxidized Rage.
Who did he pit alongside? If it
Oxidized had put for short list with
Well, if you look at Shah's position right now, he has pitted, but he's right behind one of the fastest drivers in the league currently, Easy Level Bot and Oxidized Rage. It will be difficult for him to overtake them because they're on fresh rubber at the same time.
Oh, you can't tell, can you? This is gonna be interesting now.
Well, this safety car has changed every single thing that we knew about this race so
And
far.
Menon, bro, the boss broke his front wing, and that is not proper
Oh,
pit lane
no.
procedure.
I think he
That is not a proper pit lane procedure.
What happened to SSN? Did he get an unfair 5-second penalty?
Yes, because he got hit by Menon just now.
So
Well, I have to say,
Yeah.
Easy Level Bot
That's,
might get a win because he is on nearly fresh rubber as well. It's just one lap older than the other drivers, so it's not that big of a difference.
Yes, but this race we saw from SSN on the medians, that was really fast. I don't think anybody is catching him today.
Well, one can only tell.
He hasn't put a foot wrong so far, so
yes,
let's see if he can get the safety car restart done right.
and talk about an unepic gamer moment. Menon the boss. It was all going so well. Then he gets a 5-second penalty for breaks his wing, speeds into the pit lane, and then follows the improper pit lane procedure, all in the space of 10 seconds.
I think
That
Vipin,
is-
you would be hoping that Sumi does that tomorrow.
Well, looking at the penalties right now, the top two have 5 seconds each. Both SSN and Ace have 5-second penalties. Easy Level Bot with none, Oxidized the same, and Shah as well. Teevskal, Thakurva, Manan, and Buliester with 3-second penalties each, and Menon the boss with the 5 seconds because of a pit entry speeding.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
quite a clean
everyone's
race
clean, to be honest,
in
except
terms
for
of
the
penalties.
corner cutters.
Really well done by the Div 2 drivers. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I must say that mandate. You never know whether people are actually going to abide by it, and so far they have. Because most of the incidents have just been people genuinely making an error that leads to them spinning out or some miscommunication. It hasn't been the dive bombs galore that we saw in the previous races.
Well,
I
is the
think we all
safety
need
car
to
in this
thank
lap?
the stewards.
Well, the safety car
Yes,
is
it
in this lap.
Okay, so what we know is that probably that 5 seconds for SSN is gonna get taken away anyway. I think Aces will stick because I think it's a speeding in
Well,
the pit lane.
Assassin is
So-
not letting the safety car go quite far ahead. He's very close to it right now.
No.
Hopefully, it's a
Oh,
clean
no.
restart.
I hope we don't see a repeat of previous occasions.
The person was sent to jail.
Yeah, not
Yes.
to mention it here. Movie made about the
Oh, has he overtaken it before the?
No, he hasn't.
No, he
No,
just
he
kept
hasn't.
it. That was smart. That was actually really smart.
So Assassin pushes
Just
now.
held it, and he goes. They just burned the ERS off now, lads. There's no management anymore.
Ace has
Let's just go
disconnected
for it.
again on my screen.
Oh, can one of you send an invite to Ace? Easy Level Bot trying to get an overtake on Ace because Ace has disconnected.
Yeah, I think I have disconnected.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Azul.
think it's you, Arjun, because Ace
It's not
seems like
Ace.
a solid car on my end. It's you.
Well, no position changes on the safety car restart, but there is a big gap because of vintage player in P9. He's holding everyone up. The top 8 have just vanished. What has happened there? We completely missed
this
it.
is fun, isn't it? Because every strategy has been neutered now. It's just about who's the fastest in these 7.5 laps.
Very well said. So Assassin is still leading. Well, if you were Ace right now, what would you do? Conserve your ERS or just push as hard as you can?
I think I'll just race the boys because The thing with it is he's probably going to try and get P5 because he's already around 3.4 seconds ahead of Teams, who himself has a 3 seconds. So the more he can just stay in the DRS, the more he can maximize his position.
Well, very well said. And
Send one over here. The Shah send a move over here. Oh,
well, Shah did think
Smartly
about
backs
it,
out of it.
but it was quite a dangerous move.
Of course, no surprise trap for the leader because
Yep.
we just came out. And look at that, he already pulled away.
Yes, he has gone out of
He's
the
already out of the
DRS.
DRS.
Well, there's a yellow flag in Sector 3. It's Bulliester. Oh, what is he doing? What is Bulliester doing?
no. He's kept it goal.
Well, luckily not a safety car anymore. So, Assassin has
Suraj
pulled
and
away.
Swaggy boy! Oh no, Shah.
What happened to Swaggy boy? Swaggy boy and Manan going...
Oh, he just.
My bad. Swaggy boy
he
and
just hit
Suraj
the
going
back
side by
of-
side.
This is-
And
These two
Bulliester
have been
retires in the
fighting all
pits.
race.
Oh, this contact.
These two have been going about it all race.
And I see
Suraj and Swaggy boy.
Men in the Boss spinning behind in Sector 1. He's not had the best of the races after such a good qualifying session from him.
I mean, my only advice to these guys would be to just stay in the race because there's 14 runners right now. You only need 2 more DNFs to get a point.
Well, up in front, we have Oxidized Reach right behind Easy Level Bot. They will have DRS next
Once-
lap.
Yes, they will. Once again, I must say, Easy Level Bot, he looked nowhere in that qualifying session. We all thought Shah would get the points back on him, but now it's once again he's going to gain points on everyone bar SSN.
Well, you did say at the beginning of the race that the drivers that turn their bad luck into good luck are the ones that win championships. So Easy Level Bot is definitely one of the biggest contenders of this championship, and he has driven really well. Well, he has DRS now on Ace. Is he gonna attack? Let's find out.
Send a move down the outside.
Could not make it stick. Oh, and he
no,
spins!
easy level.
Oh
Oh no,
no!
and the IRL Jinx strikes again. Oh
Well, that pushes Team Scal to P5. He is in the top 5 in the final 5 laps of the race.
no. I would just like to say this, that Abhi is within 3 seconds of Teams right now. So he and Shah. So he is the one who's actually third right now.
Well, the reserve is striking right now.
No, because Ace is gonna get his 5 seconds because he is speeding in the pit lane. Not,
Oxidized.
What happened to Oxidize?
He just flew on that curve.
Oh, well, he
And
had
this
some
is Shah.
air
This
time.
has to be it. This has to be the time.
Will
Trying to
Shah
make his car
strike?
as wide as possible, but with that loss in momentum, there's no way he was gonna keep it. But he knows, he's smart. He knows that he doesn't actually have to finish ahead of Shah on track.
Shah has run out of ERS, I think so, because I saw some red lights flashing.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile,
Manan and Swaggy Boy are it's a ding dong battle there. That's really what it's.
Well, every point counts, Mifix, and they are fighting for that every single point that counts. Assassin with a 2.5 second lead. What a drive from him so far. It's just flawless at
Really
this
nice,
point.
Picture perfect. Picture perfect.
Very well said,
Now
Mifix.
with this gap, he has all the advantage now.
Well, easy
Just
level bot
save up the
on
tires and
Thieves.
then on the last, and Abhi on
Oh,
Thieves.
it's Abhi. My bad. It's the other Mercedes on the medium tires. 9 lap old mediums, and he's still pushing hard with no penalties at all.
Thieves trying to get back.
Thieves was ambitious there, but he backs out.
And yeah, as I was saying for SSN, now you can just save up the tires nice and easy. Just prep them up for a last run or whenever he pleases for a fast run and just set the fastest lap and then go back into just finishing the race.
Well, that would just make his race perfect if he gets the race win and the fastest lap. So Shah is not able to get into the DRS of Ace, and Oxidize is able to stick right behind him. So I don't see Shah going anywhere further ahead right now.
The red light is flashing for Shah.
I think Oxlade should get in on the race.
Well, Vintage player has just made a
And
move on
Vintage
Sid
now goes
Venkatesh.
first.
Oh
Oh
no
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 no,
no!
Tees, there's a bit of a contact.
Oh
And
no!
Oh, and Sid and Vintage
got
touch.
it through.
Well,
Both the Astons not taking kindly to the Red Bull.
That Aston Martin
We
might
don't
be
welcome the Red Bull around these parts.
Aston Martin had their way of dealing with the Red Bull.
And now easy level bought a player to vintage player as well, so that really hurt his race.
Well, yeah, easy level bot did spin on his own as well, so that's there. But now he's going to push against Vintage player. Gets up to P8.
Oh, damage limitation now. Can he close up to within 3 seconds of Tees? That should
No.
be his goal.
Now here's my question: Teeves Cal and Sid Venkatesh, they're together, and Teeves does have a penalty. Will Teeves let Sid by, or will they fight it out?
I think he should let him. I think he should let him by. It just makes sense.
Oxidize getting really close to Shaw.
Well, Shah and Oxidize both out of ERS. I see the red lights blinking.
Oh, and Tees gets another
Oh,
3-second
no,
time.
Tees.
Oh no, Teeves.
At this rate, Shah might allow Ace to pull a legitimate 5-second
Oxidize
gap.
might be looking for the move.
Oh,
Goes
that
on the
is
inside. Oh, and they have contact.
Oh.
Luckily, none of them spun.
Luckily, no damage as well.
Teams does give Sid the position.
Well, that's a team game played by the Aston Martins now.
And yeah, what the interesting thing is now, can these guys even keep the 5 seconds to Ace? Because they're fighting so much.
Yeah. This might help Ace a lot to secure his P2.
He needs one more second. He needs one more second on Oxidize. So he'll be praying that Shah just keep holding up Oxidize at this point.
Easy level
And
bot
easy
gets a
level
3
bot gets a
second.
3 second.
Not the best of races. Well, according to PSI, Shah has just got some side pot damage from that contact with Oxidized Rage.
No,
That's
I think
definitely hurt his race.
It did look like side
I
part
don't
damage.
think he does. The way he took that corner, braking seems fine. Enough. I think now Oxidize shouldn't go for the moves. I think he should just stick back, take his DRS, and just blast it for the next 2 laps.
Well, Oxidize and Shah is the closest battle right now in the grid. Everyone else have just settled into their own positions.
Oxidize not conserving his ERS.
Both the drivers, I would say, right now.
There's 2 laps left. I don't think ERS conservation really
I know,
matters
but
anymore.
he could look to overtake on the main straight.
I mean, at this point, how much these two are fighting, could Sid join the battle by the end?
It is possible.
And,
He is
and
P5
we are
right
entering,
now.
We are entering the realm. We are entering the realm now where Ace could finish P2.
That would be a drive and a half from Ace.
He has it. He needs 2 tenths right now. But judging how much time Oxidize loses in that last sector because he's following, there's no. It's too close to call right now. I tell you. And Suraj and Vintage player goes into the pitch to retire. I think.
Oxidize
Sid
pushed
Venkatesh
Shah-
and
Shah.
Abhi tries to make a move onto Sid Venkatesh. Can he make it stick? He's on the inside line on the long left-hander. They're going side by side. And the Merc makes it stick. Abhi doing a beautiful job on 12 lap old mediums.
I think it's a race between. I think the real race now is the race for time between Oxidize and Ace.
Well, Shah is just 4.7 seconds behind Ace right now. So Ace just needs those 3 tenths in the final 1.5
Shah has a
laps.
3 second time penalty, so he's gonna lose it anyway. It's the Oxidize why we're monitoring the gap, and it is now 5
Oxidize maybe
seconds.
looking
It
for
is
a
5
move.
seconds.
Oxidize maybe looking to go down the
He's
inside.
going for it again, but Shah has held firm.
They're going
so
side by
far.
side.
And oh, he's got that. This is fun.
Oh
This
no
is
no no
fun.
no no!
What else?
Oxidize had a moment. He nearly lost it. I hope he doesn't have any front wing damage. It's a yellow flag.
I think Oxidize has damage.
No, I see Teeves Cal
Yes,
with
he
front
does.
wing damage.
Oxidize has damage. He has no front wing and he's carrying on.
Does this help Sid
He has
Venkatesh
to. This is
out?
the last lap.
Oxidize is carrying on with no front wing.
This is the last lap. He had no choice but to carry on.
I know, but would
He
it
had
be
no
safe for the
choice. He
driver?
was-
Looking at the penalties right now, the top three with
Cal
penalties.
gets a 5-second penalty for
Well, he had no
speeding.
front wing and he had to pit. A sad end to a wonderful race for Teeves Cal.
And now it's Thakurwag. It is gonna, for old glory, gonna pull a move on Suraj.
Thakurwa is in points right now.
Sid gets oxidized.
Now,
Sid is just
Can he get the
3.7.
3 seconds? He needs 7 tenths. He needs 7 tenths. He needs 7 tenths. The yellows in sector 1.
Oh, Thakurwa spun.
It's Thakurwag's fun.
Oh, a lot has happened in the final 2 laps. Sid Venkatesh is pushing really hard. The cap is 3.3 seconds now.
Easy
Oh,
Level
this
will
is
also
close.
get oxidized.
This is gonna be really close. Meanwhile,
It's
coming
3
to the
now.
leader.
It's 3 now.
Coming to the leader, Assassin. From the beginning till the end, he had made not even a single mistake. He has dominated from lap 1 to lap 27. He made no mistakes and the safety car helped him out perfectly.
Easy
This-
Level and Swag Boy going side by side.
This
Oh,
race
this
has been a
is close,
statement
this is
made
close.
by Assassin. He comes through the final corner and he has conquered Sochi.
He wins back to back.
Assassin wins the Russian Grand Prix, followed by Ace in
Ace.
P2.
Shah crosses the line third, but I don't think he's gonna get it. I don't think he's gonna get it.
Well, the driver who gets P3 is the
And
Aston
he
Martin of
does get
Sid
it by half a
Venkatesh.
second.
What a drive from the top 3. What a wonderful drive.
That was one of the most beautiful.
Well, the driver that has
What
lost
a
the
race.
most tonight is definitely Easy Level Bot. Because he was looking like he was going to finish in the top 5 at one point of the race. But yeah, that spin definitely didn't help him out.
I think Shah will be disappointed here because you could.
P6 must be pretty happy considering how his race had gone before.
But Gagan, you're saying Swag Boy should be the driver of the day. I believe Ace should definitely be the driver of the day.
Yes, I
With the
agree.
start that he had, he finished P2. It was a wonderful drive by Ace. Hands down, one of the best drives I've ever
It's
seen.
between. It's the. I think this is. That was
Gagan, don't worry, I'll still vote
magnifique.
for you in DOTD.
Yes.
On to the podium.
Anyway, if the boys want to spam it, please. I give you guys permission in the
Yes.
chat.
Assassin lifting the P1 trophy. Well, if one of you can invite them into the party, would be quite helpful. Wow, this has been a great race. I enjoyed it thoroughly. So looking at the final standings, we have Assassin who wins the race and gets the fastest lap. It is pure domination by him. Ace finishing P2, Sid Venkatesh P3, Shah with a P4, back-to-back P4s for Shah, Abhi with a P5. Good reserve performance from Abhi. Swag Boy with a P6, Oxidize Reach P7, Easy Level Bot P8, Suraj P9, Manan P10, Menon the Boss P11, Thakurwa scoring his first points in P12. A decent race by him. Vintage player P13, and we end with Teeves Cal at P14. So this was the standings in the grid. We have the drivers joining.
See, the guys who finished 5, 6, and 7 in quali were 1, 2, and 3 in the race.
1 second, Sid. We'll be taking your interview soon.
Sure.
Just give us a minute. Let
Please
everyone
make sure
join.
that you are audible to the rest
Yes.
of the audience.
And
Let the lobby load in. Just a second. I think so people are not readying up right now.
I think there's
You
something
leave
in
the
the lobby.
and
Soran was muted.
So I think we have all the three.
Well, we do have the podium finishers in here right now, but we can't get out of the lobby to go back and have a look at their cars in the showroom while we take the interviews. We'll wait for 30 seconds. If the lobby doesn't end, we'll start the interviews.
Yes. We have 12 now viewers. So thank you guys for sticking around. And as the number dwindles, just remember, like, share, subscribe to the Indian Racing League channel.
Well, I don't see the lobby ending right now for some reason. But let's start with the interviews, and I would like to start with Sid Venkatesh. Congratulations, Sid Venkatesh, on the P3 finish. Tell us about your race.
It was an eventful race, went up and down the order. I got wing damage touching oxidized, if I'm not wrong. And I dropped down to P11 or 12. But yeah, quite an eventful one. And now later on, I got up pace. I don't know why, for some reason, Vintage player left around 5-6 seconds of gap during the restart of the safety car. I don't know whether it was to help somebody in front or what, I don't know. But yeah, it was quite a crazy thing to do during a restart, We all tried to make places, but this guy left so much space between the car in front, which was Takurwa. I don't know what was his intention, but later on, yeah, I got the pace. And yeah, I finished P3, I think, yeah. Unlucky for Shah that he had 3 seconds. So yeah, that's it.
Said Venkatesh, were there any team orders involved in you letting
No.
in team setting you by? Or?
No. I had DRS and DRS both.
So that
And
shows you game on Shah.
on the final lap, you caught up to Shah from 3.7 to 2.6. You literally gained 1 second on him. What was that like? What was the pressure like?
Our race engineer, Jin, thanks to him, he told me that Shah has a 3-second penalty and you need to push. I think, if I'm not wrong, I had around 3.5 seconds during the start of the lap. Shah was ahead of me by 3.5 seconds, and yeah, after that I just kept pushing, and I had some ERS that I could use. And yeah, somehow I caught up.
Well, Vifix, do you have any questions for Sid?
Teammate.
I mean, Sid, first of all, congrats on this.
Thanks.
I mean, did you at any point believe it? Because I know I almost saw you battling for a position almost every single lap. So this was definitely one of the hardest ways you can get a podium, but it just makes it all that much sweeter. So
True.
Congrats, Sid.
Thanks.
Yep, congrats, Sid.
Well, congratulations,
Sid.
Sid, for the P3 finish.
I just had one question
So,
from
there
Sid.
you go. Yep.
Sid, how do you always do this? We don't expect you to get a podium in Russia and then you go and get one.
You should thank the guys around me. They mess up and I gain it.
I mean,
But
to be
yeah,
fair, it was today's
honest.
race was quite clean compared to what we saw
Yeah.
previously.
Yeah, true. And I think at the start, until my pit stop, I was looking at a podium for sure. But then that incident with Oxidize just gave me a wing damage and I had to pit. Otherwise, yeah, I would have definitely had a P2 also if possible. I won't go more than P2.
Well,
stop
very
there.
well done, Sid.
Thanks, boys.
So
Congrats.
now moving on to the Alfa Romeo of Ace. Ace, are you there? Alright, Ace. Ace, that start that you had was one of the worst starts that you can imagine for. You had front wing damage and then you got disconnected, but still you pulled off a P2 finish. Tell us about your race.
Russia has always been one of my favorite races. I mean, I literally didn't even start the race with the connection. I was completely in the game. Then somehow I managed to log in. And then first time in Singapore, I quitted. Then again, my network glitched. I was P16, I guess, when I rejoined. And then I had some moves. I was able to overtake some people. And I mean, the errors were less, I guess, this track around. And I mean, by the second time I pitted, I got a 5-second pit for speeding. I mean, that was bizarre actually. I was really slow for that pit. I have to see that footage again. And then I knew Shah was behind. I had to make up for that 5 seconds. I didn't want to miss the podium for that 5 seconds.
Well, you made sure that you won't miss the podium. And did the safety car really help you out? The safety car that came on lap 17 where you pitted for the softs.
Yes, I mean, I was expecting to come around P6, and I thought I'll try with the softs, try to overtake Sandar, but luckily for me, I think it came at the right time, and I mean, it was okay.
Well, Bifix, Nishan and Azun, do you have any questions for Ace?
I mean, I don't have any. I just have to say that yeah, he showed one of the true characteristics. His race got. He could not have had a worse start than that, because not only do you get damaged, but you get disconnected. Luckily for him, his disconnection ended as soon as that safety car was coming in. But yeah, just because he drove in a vacuum and drove a clean drive for those 17 laps, he put himself in that position to take advantage if anything did happen, and it did happen. So it just shows that sometimes you don't have to necessarily be all out aggression to get results achieved.
Yeah, I completely agree with the six there. That was a fantastic drive from Ace.
Thank you, guys.
Well, thanks Ace for that wonderful comeback drive from you. Moving on to the race winner, Mr. Bhayanak, Mr. Assassin. What a drive! What a drive! P5 on mediums and then a commanding race. Tell us about your race.
Just one sec. The audience can't hear you. Sorry.
Oh, Saurabh, can you just put your mic onto global in the streaming section? Just a second, audience. He's changing his settings. We'll restart his interview.
I mean, the man had to get something wrong today.
Good one.
Well, can someone in the comment section just confirm whether Saurabh is audible or not? Let me check it myself. Sometimes there's like a delay. Can anyone in the comment section just confirm?
I can't hear him. I'm on the stream and I can't.
Let's just have him give his interview, and then Gupta can communicate to the audience what he said.
Alright, so wait. So Saurabh just said that he had a really good start, but on the mediums he didn't expect that himself. Later on, the second safety car definitely didn't help him out. He thought that he would have won the race even with a bigger lead. Wait, Saurabh, can you just try exiting and entering the party again? Maybe that will help.
Caesar is saying he still cannot hear Bhayanak.
No, that was a previous message.
Can the chat / Azun confirm, please?
Yes, I mean Azun is the chat, so.
Not yet?
Yep, I think we can hear you now.
Oh, fantastic. So anyway, coming back to it, in the end, I think it was Menon, the boss, who rammed into me at just as the safety car was about to go in. So I just wanted to get that 5-second leak, I mean, I will get it removed as well, but I was lucky. That's true, but yeah, it was a good race.
Well,
Quite
Saurabh,
surprised,
with that good of a race in terms of the championship, what's your mindset now?
Oh, I think this puts me in P2 because Yash wasn't there. So I will be gunning for that P1 now. The level bot better watch out.
We love
Oh,
fighting words. We love to see
well, the
it.
challenge is
One more
out.
thing I'd like to say. One more thing I'd like to say about Saurav in the race. This man, not only was he quicker than everyone, he was not even making mistakes because he has zero warnings for corner cutting.
And he had
Like
90% DRS almost the entire race as if it's
And at 8 o'clock he told me, at 8 o'clock,
Oh.
and at 8 o'clock he told me he didn't have a lap of practice.
well,
Right,
taking
that's
some
a bit lucky.
sandbagging tips from some sandbaggers in the sun.
But shout out to Shadow Sword for the tip on the ERS. That helped quite a bit. I was able to overtake Shah also quite easily.
We tell him that tip was so we can use it in tomorrow's
Tip.
race.
The tip was that there's only 9% regeneration on ERS every lap. So just conserve and use it only when needed.
Well, Bifix
So,
was looking at your
Seven, one
ERS,
thing-
and you had more than 90% ERS at most of the race.
Yeah.
Even
The only time.
button at all.
No, the only time I touched it was when the race started and when I was overtaking Shah. That's pretty much it. And
Pace then from you.
thanks, buddy.
And on mediums.
Well, the race win,
That's it.
the
I told
fastest
you-
lap.
I told you I'll see you on the podium.
And interesting fact, boys, the people who started 5th, 6th and 7th finished 1st, 2nd and 3rd. So do with that fact what you will.
Well, Div 1 drivers, there's an advice for you there. Qualify P5, P6 and
Start
P7.
5th, 6th. Yes.
Or don't qualify at all.
Well, those are just choices. But Saurabh, absolutely. Thanks for such a wonderful drive from you. Would you like to shout out someone?
Shadow Sword, dude. That's it.
Well,
Great
Shadow.
tips in the start. He's been giving me tips before every race, and they've been working out very well. So,
Congrats. Saurav.
cheers.
Well, our main
Now we
D2
all know who
Good race.
commentator
Now
has
we
got
all
a
know
great
who
shout
the,
out.
who the pace. Now we all know who the pace setter will be in T1 tomorrow with that shout out and this level of pace that we just saw.
He gives battle to everybody, but he doesn't perform.
Well, with that note, it was great having the
Before
audience.
this turns into the IRL roast, into an IRL roast,
Sorry,
let's just
sandbagging
end this
even,
thing.
bro.
Yes. So thanks to Azun, Nishan, Vipix for joining me in the comms box. Congrats to the podium sitters and the race winner Saurabh again. So this was Indian Racing League for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow for the Div 1 Grand Prix at the same track at Sochi. So see you guys tomorrow. Good night.
Cheers, boys.